Hello and welcome to 2019. These are the movies that I'm anticipating and most of you are anticipating since I got a lot of these films off of the top 20, top 50-ish movies of 2019 that we're all wanting to see. And it's based off a couple of lists, so it's kind of just all hodgepodge together. I put it in order of release date, so let's just get started because there's a lot of them. First up, Glass with a release date of January 18th. The third film in the Unbreakable trilogy, if you could believe that. Hopefully to piece everything together from the previous two films, and let's see if there's going to be M. Night Shyamalan, one of his classic twists or not in the film. The Lego Movie 2, the second part, with the release date of February 8th. Me and my girlfriend are very excited for this one. We both adored the first Lego Movie. I went and saw it when it actually came out in the theaters, and she saw it many years later, anticipating that she would actually want to go and enjoy the second one, and we're both very excited about it. Hopefully it'll be just as funny as the first. There are a lot of new cast members joining the team, as well as all the original ones, so there's the fear that, you know, one of our favorite characters like Benny or Lego Batman might get left out of it. Hopefully not. Hopefully it'll be just a fun ride like the first one was. And with it being the fourth film in the Lego franchise, and with Lord and Miller coming back to direct it, hopefully it'll all be good. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. I've been blown away by these films. The emotion, and for the most part the comedy too, I've really enjoyed, and the music all have been really great, and I think I like the second one more than the first one, and we'll see if it continues that magic when it comes out. And just so you know, I read an article that someone on the film, I think it was a director or someone, said that this film was going to be the end of Hiccup and Toothless journey, but it's going to be really emotional, so just be prepared for that. Captain Marvel, release date March 8th. The second film after Infinity War and the last film before Avengers Endgame. Carol Danvers has a lot to, just a lot before and after her, let alone just being her own movie, the first female-led movie of the MCU. So a little bit of pressure. Hopefully it's a really good grounded movie that focuses on her and not much of how she's going to affect Avengers, because I really want her just to shine in her own movie and just be really well done, because I don't know a whole lot about Captain Marvel, so it'd be nice to learn more about her and not worry about how she's going to tie into all the other MCU movies. Us, with a release date of March 15th. I don't know much about this film. I haven't watched the trailer yet, but it's Jordan Peele's first movie since Get Out, and with a stellar cast. We'll wait and see what happens with this film. Hopefully it's another big hit for him, so just we can see his directorial growth, I guess you could say. Dumbo, with a release date of March 29th. I don't know how I feel about all the live action films, but I mean, it's got Eva Green, Colin Firth, Danny DeVito, and bloody Michael Keaton. Here's hoping that when I'm watching this, I'm actually going to enjoy it in the same way I really enjoyed the first trailer. That first trailer got goosebumps on me and got chills with the crescendoing effect when Dumbo flew down and flew past, and the trailer went to black. Ooh, man, if this film feels even half about that, I really like this film. Shazam, with a release date of April 5th. With Aquaman doing really well at the box office, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the best DCEU or whatever mini worlds it is called now. It's going to be the best film in that by the time of recording this. Hopefully Shazam will do just as well. I love Zachary Levi. He is a natural treasure, and I really thought the trailers have really shown how comedic this film is going to be, about, a kid being a superhero, and Zachary Levi is a kid, let's be honest. Avengers Endgame, release date April 26th. The literal culmination of the MCU. This is going to be the bajillionth film of the franchise, and just oof. Anyone that knows anything about comic book movies knows about this film. This is the film that either you have no interest in or you're gonna see it. I don't think there's a whole lot of people in the middle. Obviously you're out there, and if you watch this film you'll make yourself known, but you know what I mean, either everyone knows it's coming, my sisters who aren't really big into Marvel, yes they are, but no, they're not, not as much as me and one of my friends are about into it, but all of us know Endgame's coming. We're all very excited for it. But I have a coworker who has no interest in the MCU, and they have no idea really it's come out. So it's one of the two extremes, and I feel like there's a lot more on the other side. It's probably going to be the biggest film of 2019 in terms of box office. Mainly because another film later in the year that also is a huge, massive franchise is going to get split between 2019 and 2020. But more on that later. Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Release date May 10th. Ryan Reynolds voicing Pikachu. A Detective Pikachu. In the biggest entertainment franchise in the world. I believe in an article I read the other day in terms of branding and merchandise and games and movies and TV shows and card games. It's the biggest ever. But the biggest ever, the first live action we're going to get is this. We'll wait and see. I think a lot of people are excited, and some people think they're really cute. I'm not fully sold yet, but I'm still going to see it. It's still Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. It's one in a lifetime thing, you think. John Wick Chapter 3, release date May 17th. I love John Wick, and John Wick 2 as well. I mean, it's just the franchise. It's long shots, it's brutal violence, and its unforgivingness of just showing you everything that's going on. Oh, it's so good. Me and my friends, we love John Wick and watching all of them. And just the brutality of some of them, but they're not super gory. It's violent and there's headshots, but it's not like you're seeing brain matter everywhere. Keanu Reeves is killing it, and I am expecting him to make another large mountain of dead bodies. Aladdin, release date May 24th. The second of 3 live-action Disney films of this year alone. I'm putting it on this year because I want to see how it does. Everyone seems like a good casting choice. Even Will Smith might actually be really well done. And I don't mean that in any negative way toward Will Smith. I just mean it's going to be really hard to replace Robin Williams. That's what I kind of mean by that. But it's either going to be a big flop or it's going to be a big success. We'll find out when it comes out in May. Godzilla! King of the Monsters, release date May 31st. This is going to be a massive monster fight movie. Pacific Rim on steroids without the machines, just more monsters. What is there to hate? I mean, this is going to be the 3rd film in the Godzilla King Kong franchise, so here's hoping to a really cool teaser trailer at the end. Not teaser trailer, but you know what I mean, like a teaser bit showing King Kong and Godzilla maybe facing off for the next film. We'll see. Dark Phoenix, release date June 7th. The 4th film following the soft reboot of the X-Men franchise, but probably the bajillionth or 20th, or however you want to word it, film of the X-Men franchise, counting all the solo films and all the failed attempts at Origins. This takes on the classic comic book arc of the Dark Phoenix saga, and Sophie Turner is going to be leading it. We'll just hope it's not as bad as X-Men 3 The Last Stand's version of the Dark Phoenix. Men in Black International, release date June 14th. Tessa Thompson, Valkyrie, and Chris Hemsworth, Thor, with Liam Neeson. Sign me up. This film might not be great in terms of plot, like most of the Men in Black films, but it's going to be comedic, it's going to be action-packed. It's still going to be a fun ride in the cinemas. Toy Story 4, release date June 21st. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. Spider-Man Far From Home, release date July 5th. This is July, and already we have so many fracking movies on this list, and there's a couple more to go. But Mysterio's going to come out to play in the 7th solo Spider-Man film in our lifetime. So here's hoping as good as Homecoming, and everything's going to go smoothly, and we're not going to get Spider-Man fatigue like we did Star Wars fatigue with Solo. The Lion King, release date July 19th. The 3rd live-action film in only the 6th month of the year from Disney. This does have a stellar cast. It does have James Earl Jones reprising his role as Mufasa. But I really need to see a trailer where all the characters are talking to see if this should be on this list or not, or just be in a flop list or not. But who am I kidding? It's still probably going to make a crap ton of money. It's Disney. It's going to, probably. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, release date July 26th. James Marsden, Leo DiCaprio, Pitt, Robbie, Pacino, Fanning, all directed by Tarantino. Say no more. I'm in. Artemis Fowl, release date August 9th. As a guy who's read the first 2 books of this book series, and I'm not sure how many there are, I just know the covers look really cool as a kid, and that's how I kind of got into the books. But Judi Dench and Josh Gad star in this film, and watching the first trailer, I was like, this that's not how I imagined a lot of it in my brain when I read it, but it's also been a long time since I read the book. I might have to reread it before I watch the film. But hopefully it's not another bad adaptation of a book. It Chapter 2, release date September 6th. This second part of the It franchise, or Stephen King franchise, or however you want to put it, will finish up the rest of the original novel. The original novel had both the kids and the adults all in one big old book. But the movie split them up between the kids, and now it's just going to go to the adults 30 years after the events of the first It movie, with hopefully everyone finishing off Pennywise for good at the end. No spoilers. Zombieland 2, release date October, just October. I doubt we will see Bill Murray reprising his role from the first one. Joker, release date October 4th. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. The Addams Family, October 11th release date. An animated film by the same guys who made Sausage Party. And no, I don't mean Seth Rogen is one of the guys. I just mean the directors. We'll see about this one. I'm skeptical at best, but still anticipated, maybe just for the factor of it flop or like how drastic it could be of a film. An untitled Terminator project, release date November 1st, maybe. Arnold and Linda make a return for yet another Terminator film. This time it is rebooting, or soft rebooting, however you want to call it, the franchise after T2, or Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And so it cuts off Rise of the Machines, Salvation, and Genesis. So we'll see where this one goes. And with the Deadpool director Tim Miller directing it, hopefully there's going to be some more comedy in this film and still like a really cool badass action. But we'll see. Kingsman 3, release date November 8th. The supposedly last film of the Kingsman franchise will end Taron Egerton's and Colin Firth's characters' relationships together in a fulfilling manner. And with Bond 25 not coming out to 2020, that's kind of why we're seeing another Kingsman film, just because they can get a British spy film out in the works and not have competition with James Bond in there. Frozen 2, release date November 27th. As a potential big babysitter in the upcoming years of life, I would really need Frozen 2 to be really good. Because when Frozen came out, you could slap that soul bitch in and just be entertaining kids for hours, rinse and repeat. You can go off and do stuff that kids are attached to it. They had a crap ton of money for Disney. If it's good, it's an easy fix just to yeet the kids out of the way for a while. Not that it's great parenting or great babysitting, but you know what I mean. If mommy and daddy need a little sip of wine before, continuing on with an evening of watching it 2 more times, it's still good enough that once it comes out in DVD, or just, take one of the 2 kids out for the movies, they'll be occupied. Jumanji 2, release date December 13th. Not even sure if this film has started filming yet, because I follow The Rock on Instagram and I haven't seen anything on there. He's still filming Hobbs and Shaw, just got done with it recently, and that comes out this year, but I'm not really anticipating that one. It's still going to make a crap ton, but I'm not personally anticipating it. Anyway, Jumanji 2, I liked the first one. It was a surprise hit, but I'm not sure how they're going to bring Jack Black, Kevin Hart, The Rock, and Karen Gillan back into the film. So we'll see how that goes. Masters of the Universe, December 18th. There's almost nothing to go on for this film. Nothing that I know of in my quick research of all these films. But just hope that Skeletor looks either badass or is like an updated meme version of himself, and it'll bring entertainment to us. And last but certainly not least, Star Wars Episode 9, release date December 20th. An early Christmas present to all of us Star Wars fans. The ending of the Skywalker saga. The 9th film in terms of just numbers, obviously, because it just said 9. But not counting Rogue One or Solo, this is going to be the 9th film of dealing with Skywalkers. And who knows, does all the light side and the dark side characters finally get along? Does it all get blown to hell? Is Rey going to have some development in the parenthood thing and everything was a lie in The Last Jedi? Is certain people dead? How are certain people going to die because their real life people are dead or passed away? How is it all going to be done? Is it going to be poetically done? Is it going to be trashy? Oh, it's going to be the biggest film of 2019, possibly with an asterisk because it only has 11 days to gross more money than Endgame will, or maybe other films, but probably Endgame to be the #1 movie of 2019 since it comes out literally at the tail end of it. It'll probably just wreck at the box office for the last 3 weeks of December and then wreck for the next 3 in 2020 January. But this one's going to cause some riots no matter what happens at the end. It's going to be a train wreck on Twitter. Just go see that film immediately and not get anything spoiled by the internet. But that's it. That's it. That's the entire list of films that I'm anticipating. And a lot of you are, according to a lot of the articles I read to get information. But tell me what you're excited for in the comments down below. Did I miss a film, or one of these films maybe not anticipated for you? Or do you think one of the ones I missed could be bigger than the ones I was talking about? Maybe you think something's going to be a sleeper hit and beat Endgame or Star Wars as the biggest films of 2019. Let me know. If you like what you see, give this video a like. If you really like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one.